Hello, my name is Jim Murphy, Program Manager here at SkyCore on the Lark Router team. In this video, we're going to walk through installing Lark Router on a Windows machine. So we go to larkrouter.com and we come up here and we click Download. Lark Router's been designed to run on Docker containers. It will run on any system that Docker supports. And since this machine isn't currently running Docker, I'm going to install that now. So I click on this link and I scroll down to download for Windows. I click on this. It's going to ask me for my login credentials. Since I've already logged in, I'm ready to go. But if you haven't, you can get a free account right here. I click on my Get Docker, and I'm going to save it to a folder on my hard drive. Now, the reason I do this is because I want to be able to run it as administrator, just in case I'm using another account. I just want to make sure there's no permission issues. So I find it easier to download it, open the folder, you right-click on it, and say Run as Administrator. This will start the install process. I'm going to say yes. And now it's going to start downloading this software from docker.com and getting it ready. What I like about Docker is that you can run it on any machine. You can run it on Amazon Web Services. You can run it on Linux. It's a pretty easy system to use. I will click the default here and just say, okay, I don't have to make any changes there. Now it will start to unpack and install Docker Desktop. While it's doing that, I can come over here, back to my instructions, and go to the next step. So the next step here is to download Docker Compose, the YAML file. This is a script file that will install Docker for us. Install Lark Router. I just click on the link. It's going to start the download. I will save this as well. I like to save this to a working folder. And since it's the name of the container is called Lark D, I'm going to put it in a folder called Lark D and save it here. I will go back and see how my install is going. It is complete, so I can say close. Now I'm going to run Docker, so I go down to my programs, start Docker for desktop. Since this is the first time it's run, it's going to take a few moments. It needs to initialize. So while it's doing that, I'm going to continue on. My next step says I need to accept my terms and conditions. To do this, I open up the YAML file that I downloaded. I go to my folder, right-click, say Edit. Now it says here that I must accept the terms and conditions, so I can review them here. And once I'm ready, I edit the file, go to accept EULA equals no, and change that to accept end user license agreement equals yes. I'll save this file. And then let's take a look at how our install is coming along. You can see here by the icon that it's still starting. This initialization does take a little bit longer the first time, but once complete, it will save the settings and install and start up much faster. So my step 3 is I go to my shell program. Since I'm running Windows, I'm going to go to PowerShell. So I can just actually start PowerShell from here. Just type in Windows PowerShell. I will change my directory to the working directory I created, which is Lark D. And let me see how my initialization is going. It's still installing. Now I'm running this on a laptop, so it will take a little bit longer, but it runs pretty well once it gets going. So I need to log in with the same account that I created before, or actually with any account, but I need to log in with a Docker Hub account. It will save my credentials, so I won't need to do this next time. So now that Docker is up and running, I'll just verify. Yep, it says Docker desktop is running. I can come over here and finish my instructions. So I'm up to step 5. I'm going to run Docker compose minus up minus D. Minus D puts it in, allows me to, it puts it as a service and allows me to still run PowerShell commands afterwards. I will execute it. Now this will go to the Docker Hub and pull down all the images it needs, which is the database image, the Lark image, all of those, and it'll get the latest version. We've also given you, if you want to understand a little bit more about Docker commands, we do give you a link to some more useful commands that we found that will be helpful. So you can always read those when you have a chance. So it's still pulling down the files. Again, this will depend on your internet speed, but it has to pull them down and unpack them. The next thing it will do is start all the services that are create the containers necessary. It'll create the network binds that are necessary as well. So it really does everything from start to finish. I actually enjoy watching it. And now it's created. Now it's asking me to share a location on my hard drive. This is for persistent data. So this way it creates the database here and any of the log files it needs. So when you stop and start your services, you won't lose the data. So I'm going to say yes, share it. It will finish the install and it should come to basically a PowerShell command prompt when it's done. And it's complete. If I didn't do the -D, the Lark D program would be running inside this PowerShell. So now the next step is I can go to my internal URL. I click on this. It asks me to log in. And actually, I'm going to go back because I didn't save my password. So I like to just copy and paste it, but it will. There's your login and password. I log in with my admin password. And you can see that Lark is up and running. Now you're able to configure it as necessary. Thank you.